Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Intensity number 12. It sounds like our world champion, D4, coming out here for the first time. Make that the second time ever in his career on Intensity. I'm excited to hear what he has to say after successfully defending his title on Next Level this week against Damon Kreed. You know, it saddens me as I look over this beautiful title with such prestige that I have brought to the AWE World Championship. It saddens me to look this beautiful championship over, and you know, I see one word on this title, one word that has been undoubtedly, utterly misrepresented when it comes to this title. And that word is intensity. You see, a little over 440 days ago, I captured this title from King Neon. I've defended it time and time again, and for over 440 days, I have reigned supreme, which means the Next Level brand has reigned supreme, which means the B show has been Intensity. But you see, now Intensity has new life. They got Jaxson Pallas, a budding superstar. They got Iam Badasson, an eccentric general manager that let me come out here tonight and do something that has never been done. He allowed me to defend my world championship on Intensity for the first time ever. And for the first time ever tonight, there's going to be somebody who is 9-0. Now try to quantify that. Try to quantify that in your brain. 9 wins, no losses. That's going to be me after tonight. So, as I was speaking with Iam Badasson, he told me his plans that he has for Intensity moving forward. I told him my plans that I had for the AWE World Championship moving forward. The only question that was left was who? Who on the Intensity brand with such talent, such super mega stars, such hardcore icons, who would I pick to challenge me? Would it be King Neon versus D4 Part 4? No. Would it be D4 and Lunatank for the second time? No. Would it be D4 and Jaxson Pallas in the same ring one-on-one for the first time? No. See, there's one man on this brand that I respect, I have the utmost respect for, because he could legitimately tear each and every one of you sitting at home apart limb from limb. You see, this man I've never shared the ring with. This man had a profound squash match coming off a loss last week on Intensity. This man is none other than Nickbo. And Nickbo, although you may have a measly 3-3 record sitting right at 500, I believe that you, right now, are the most worthy challenger. So, the only question left is, Nickbo, will you accept my challenge for an Intensity Rules match for this ever so coveted World Championship?
D4 issuing the challenge to Nickbo. Nickbo coming off a victory last week.
You know, he's probably running a little late, so let's just see.
Nickbo defeating Tanner Andrews last week, who is no longer with us now. And there's Nickbo's theme music, and it sounds like one half of the Sons of the South. Nickbo, one of the most intimidating, badass individuals on the roster, is going to answer the call.
What do you think, man? What do you think? I mean, I wasn't lying. I have the utmost respect for you. I've never shared the ring with you. And you fought some tough opponents. You've had some tough outs, man. And if there's one person that I think is going to give it their all, despite anything that they got going on, I think it's you. I think you're willing to risk life and limb to capture this, and I think I'm willing to risk life and limb to stop you from capturing it. So what do you say?
You know what? That would look good on me, wouldn't it? I mean,
if you can handle it.
This thing right here. This thing is beautiful. I think it would look really good around my waist.
Well, then I guess I'll see you later tonight. And we'll see who leaves with it around their waist.
All right.
You got a match.
All right. I'll be here.
All right.
Be ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
You're gonna face a hardcore.
Look forward to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a championship match scheduled for later tonight, but first, Nickbo's partner in crime, Lunatank, is going to face Jaxson Pallas in his Intensity debut right here on Action Wrestling Entertainment. Don't go anywhere. This matchup has never been explored, as Jaxson Pallas has been on the Next Level brand since debuting in Action Wrestling Entertainment, and Lunatank has been on Intensity. These two are about to go to war for the first time ever. Lunatank coming in here, of course, the 2019 Quest for Gold tournament winner with a 2-2 record, looking to improve upon that. Jaxson Pallas seems as though he's coming out to a different song here. His last match, last time we saw Jaxson Pallas was in the ring against Nick Alexander at Resurgence. It was a no-holds-barred match. Nick Alexander would go on to win, forcing Jaxson Pallas to be traded away from the Next Level brand. Intensity gave up. Iam Badasson gave up Liberator and a second-round pick at Battle of the Brands coming up. this man, Jaxson Pallas, the bleak prospect. And for good reason. Iam Badasson sees the potential, as most of us do, in Jaxson Pallas. The 5-8 record doesn't tell the story. He is a Great Clash Battle Royale winner, one of only 2 in
Jaxson
company
Pallas,
history.
are you ready? Lunatank, are you ready? Ring the bell.
And as the bell sounds, these 2 opponents have never faced each other. Do not forget, go to Instagram, awe.entertainment, Facebook, awewrestling.cersei, and Twitter, Action Wrestling 3. And go ahead and follow us across multiple platforms. Stay up to date on all things Action Wrestling Entertainment.
This is fun. This is fun.
Jaxson Pallas stating, "This is fun." I agree, this is fun. 2 of the biggest stars in the company going one-on-one here to kick off intensity number 12. Lunatank, look at the raw power and the slam delivered to the bleak prospect. Lunatank, such strength on display.
I like that. That's what I strive for. You're gonna have to do more than that. You see?
Jaxson stating that's what he thrives for. That's what he lives for. The pain delivered from Lunatank on the slam. These 2 men lock up once again. This time Jaxson, big knees to the midsection. Pallas trying to gain the advantage. Snap suplex. Could be looking for that flurry of offense that we see every time he's in the ring. Big swinging neck breaker. The power on display. Lifting the 215-pounder over his head. Falcon arrow from Jaxson Pallas. Can he follow up? Lunatank back to his feet already. My goodness! It's going to take more than that, says Lunatank. Now delivering huge forearms, back of the neck, and now sleeper hold applied. Jaxson Pallas could be out. He could be out right here on intensity 12 this early on in the matchup. Lunatank trying to get it locked in. Jaxson playing good defense there, keeping that shoulder in place. And now Lunatank hammering away at the ribs. Lunatank tapping into that amateur wrestling background. Has the knee in the middle of the back, and now applying a submission here to Jaxson Pallas.
Submit. No. Oh, this is so fun.
Lunatank driving that elbow into the middle of the back, and now huge fists, huge right hands being delivered. Lunatank looking to follow up, keep the momentum on his side here against Jaxson Pallas. Going for another big slam, yes! Jaxson Pallas absolutely turned inside out there by Lunatank. Lunatank clearly with the strength advantage in this matchup. The heavier competitor. Now looking for a surfboard stretch. Has that knee in the middle of the back. And now Lunatank trying to lock his hands. Trying to get his grip in there. Jaxson Pallas doesn't want to let it happen. Trying to bridge into the pin. Gets it. Lunatank able to kick out. Keeps his hold around the waist. Jaxson with great defense on display. Couple back elbows to the head. Huge right hand. And another. Absolutely delivering the beatdown to the bleak prospect. Huge move there from Lunatank. The knee in the back and the flip over. Now super kick right on the button. Lunatank with all the momentum in the world right now could be looking to improve his record to 3-2 if he could maybe follow up with a package pile driver, maybe a choke slam. Jaxson Pallas just getting manhandled by one of the favorites on the Intensity brand, Lunatank. The choke slam god, as some call him.
Come on, let's get it back in the ring. One.
Now Lunatank identifying the weakness, the injured hand that Jaxson Pallas, oh my god, just slamming that hand into the wall.
One.
that injury that he suffered at Resurgence against the bulletproof Nick Alexander that would inevitably lead him to losing that matchup. Huge super kick there, and now Lunatank comes back with a right hand. If Lunatank could take advantage of that right hand of Jaxson Pallas, that injured right hand, he could walk out of here with a 3-2 record, and maybe he could be the one challenging D4. Lunatank saying that ain't gonna do much. Now, big kick to the leg. Overhand punch there from Jaxson, and another trying to follow up with some high-octane offense here. Rolling into the other side of the ring. Jaxson creating that separation, could be going for some high-flying offense. Lunatank just standing there, hands on his hips, waiting, lying in wait. Jaxson saying he likes it. One could only be wondering what's going through the mind of the Bleak prospect right now. Here in his intensity debut, and a huge offensive aerial maneuver there.
1, 2.
Lunatank kicks out about 1.5, 2 there. Jaxson Pallas probably at this point wondering,
Come on,
what is it going to take to put
1.
Lunatank down? Probably a Rougarou spinebuster, if I had to guess. Maybe a cyclone kick or 2. Now throws Lunatank out of the ring, right into the wall here at the Warzone. Lunatank just absolutely unfazed. My God. At this point, I don't even know if a Rougarou could put Lunatank away. Nothing is doing any damage, but that may not have been a wise decision by the chokeslam god. Now just dispersing of Jaxson Pallas' body into the wall there.
Come on, let's get in the ring. 1.
Could be looking to do more damage on that hand, that injured hand. Oh no!
2.
Absolutely slamming that ring right down.
3.
Could be going for part 2. Oh, and now Lunatank putting all of his body weight on the hand of Pallas. Pallas just able to slide it out from underneath there, but has the damage already been done? Lunatank, innovative offense, using the ring itself as a weapon
7.
to inflict more punishment. And now
Count
Lunatank
resets.
rolling in to
1.
break the count, reset the count there against Jaxson Pallas.
2.
Ref back up to a count of 2. Lunatank just creating
3.
a separation and looking, giving the death stare. Those dead eyes of Lunatank staring a hole right through Jaxson Pallas.
You know that? You know I run this shit, right? 4. This is my house. This is the house of pain, motherfucker. This is the house of fucking pain. You want some? You want some? Sure.
Jaxson Pallas stating that this is a house of pain, trying to turn the Intensity brand into the Jaxson Pallas show. Cyclone kick connects in the back. An odd connection there, odd contact. Usually goes and tries to hit it in the face. Lunatank, however, wise to the offense of Jaxson Pallas. He's done his homework. And as Jaxson went for that cyclone kick, turned his back. Also turned his back to this. Should not have done that. Jaxson Pallas trying to get that choke, that submission applied.
Do you submit?
That modified inverted guillotine. Lunatank could be out on his feet now. And there's 2. No, not going to get the 3. Lunatank trying to fight back. Delivering the forearms to the side of the head. Jaxson Pallas, that submission can put people away, let me tell you. But now, Lunatank right back to the well. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or in this case, if it is broke, step on it. Now, Lunatank just smashing Jaxson against the ring. And these two, I think it's safe to say, are trying to put each other through as much hell as they can, given that this is a standard singles match. Lunatank trying to re-break that hand that is absolutely not 100%. Lunatank could be going for another one of those huge fisherman busters. And just kneeing Pallas right where the sun don't shine. Trying to lift him up now, Jaxson. Jaxson gets a hold, gets the leverage, and turns it around into a big slam of his own. But Lunatank, what will it take? We are about 8 minutes into this match already, and Lunatank still popping back up to his feet after every move. Now throws Jaxson out of the ring. Pallas trying to get back to his feet.
Two.
And now Lunatank has a scary look in his eye. What could he be going for here? Lunatank.
3.
Jaxson Pallas. Lunatank, we don't see it often. Could be looking for some aerial offense. Yes, big suicide dive. The fist right across the face. My goodness, can we get an instant replay right here? Watch this. Bam! Delivered straight to the kisser, and Lunatank clearly not used to being midair like that. My God. And Lunatank now throws Jaxson right back into the ring. Lunatank has all the momentum in the world, all the momentum that he needs right now. Could be going for boots on the ground. That huge diving double leg drop. Jaxson moves out of the way. Pallas comes in, cross body. No, Lunatank catches. Transitions, fireman's carry. Lunatank, what's he going for? Luna slam right into the mat. Count to 1,000,000, ladies and gentlemen. No. Pallas just able to get the shoulders up. Lunatank now stomping right on that injured hand once again. The assault continues, knees to the face. Now, Lunatank looking for a package pile driver. If he lands it, it could be over. Pallas, what a transition, what a reversal, what a counter into a Rouge spine buster into the cover. Lunatank is out. Jaxson Pallas wins his Intensity debut in an absolute banger here put on by these two competitors right here on Intensity 12. Ladies and gentlemen, it is safe to say this show is only going to get better. If you liked what you saw in this match, you better stay tuned because we have an Intensity Championship bout coming up next and an AWE World Championship bout as our main event. And it doesn't get any better than the card we have for you tonight. Starting off hot with a banger. These two men gave it their all. But at the end of the day, it was the Bleak Prospect making his debut, advancing to 6-8. Watch this. Watch the height. Bam! Pallas driving the chokeslam god right into the mat.
Hey, this is your favorite? This is the AWE favorite? Oh. Tengu, I understand you're on this brand. And I understand that you need a challenger for that intensity belt that you hold so high. A wise man once said, tuck your chin. This guy says pay attention.
Pallas making a statement in his Intensity debut. Iam Badasson has to be happy with the trade that he has been able to pull off. Don't forget, D4 and Nickbo gonna go at it later on. But coming up next is the Intensity Championship bout. Damon Kreed and Tengu, Part 2. That's next. Ladies and gentlemen, when you discuss the AWE Intensity Championship, two names come to mind. One of them is Damon Kreed. He is the challenger in this match. The other is Tengu. He is the reigning Intensity champion in this match. A couple months ago, at Apocalypse, the Intensity exclusive pay-per-view event, the roles were reversed. Tengu was in this position. He was the challenger. Damon Kreed, the champion. Undefeated at the time in singles competition. But now, it is this man, Damon Kreed, the man who lost his title, due in large part to Cody Cole's interference in meddling. Not to say that Cody was wrong in his actions, but Damon Kreed did not fairly lose his Intensity Championship. Tengu on that night captured his first title in AWE. Tonight, he looks to defend it against one of the greats, Damon Kreed, formerly known as Atlas Liger, first ever tag team champion, first ever Intensity champion, the Jersey Devil. It doesn't get much bigger than this, ladies and gentlemen. For an episode of Intensity, you are getting a pay-per-view quality match coming up right now. So don't click off this video. These two men are about to go to absolute war. They're about to go to the ends of the earth over the title with the white strap, that ever so coveted Intensity Championship. Damon Kreed's record tells you all you need to know about the competition here in AWE. The fact that he is 7-3 and does not hold a championship is kind of insane. But there's a couple reasons why he no longer has that title around his waist. And one of the biggest reasons is this man right here, this thing, this masked marauder who calls himself Tengu and weighs 3,800 pounds. Our Intensity champion. I present to you Tengu. If you remember correctly, last week, Tengu successfully defended his title against Chris Davidson in an absolute banger on Intensity 11. Damon Kreed would win a triple threat match with King Neon and Lunatank to earn his spot in challenging the Intensity champion here tonight, getting his rematch. Damon Kreed said that since this match is, and I quote, no bullshit, it's a straight up Intensity rules match. Everything is legal. All you gotta do is get the 1, 2, 3 or make your opponent tap. He said because of that, he will be earning his title back where it belongs.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, set for one fall, is an Intensity rules match. And it is for the Intensity Championship.
Right there, that right there.
Introducing first, he is the challenger from the depths of hell, weighing in at 185 pounds. He is the Jersey Devil, Damon Kreed. And his opponent, he is the current Intensity champion and King Extreme of Action Wrestling Entertainment from the outside, weighing in at 3,817 pounds, Tengu. Ring the bell.
And as the bell rings here at the Warzone, these fans want one of these competitors to come out on top. And let me tell you, it ain't Damon Kreed. Tengu, an absolute AWE favorite. Jaxson was talking about how Lunatank is an AWE favorite. Let me tell you, Jaxson, Tengu is as over as they come right now. Huge slam from the champion. And with about a 3,700-pound differential between these two, I think it's safe to say that Tengu has the strength advantage in this matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look around the ring, you see 4 chairs set up. There is a reason for that huge Samoan drop from the champion. These chairs are undoubtedly going to come into play here in this Intensity Rules matchup. Damon Kreed buying himself some time, getting himself some breathing room, and gouging the eye. Huge drop kick from the Jersey Devil. Plants the champion. Tengu now. Tengu having his momentum taken away from him by the former champion. These two lock up. Collar and elbow. Tengu with the strength advantage. Damon Kreed with the experience advantage and technical wrestling prowess. Just shoving the champion into the mat. What a shove that must have been to knock over our 3,817-pound Intensity champion. And Damon Kreed now stomping on the hand, taking a similar approach to what Lunatank did against Jaxson earlier here on the card. And a big elbow there from Tengu. Make it 2. Tengu turning it around, throws Damon Kreed into the wall here at the Warzone. And let me tell you, these fans couldn't be happier with the way things are going right now. The champion with the momentum here in this matchup. And now slamming Kreed's head against the wall, trying to give the former champ and the challenger a concussion. Now, Damon Kreed falls over in a heap. Tengu has the chair in hand, looking to do some damage with that steel chair. Puts it over his head now. My God, just lighting up the back of the Jersey Devil. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, later on tonight, we have our main event, which is a World Championship match. Last time on Next Level, we had 2 championship matches, and it's only fair that this time on Intensity, we also have 2 championship matches. D4 doing double duty this week. Tengu just demolishing Damon Kreed with that steel chair right to the sternum. And now Kreed trying to get a little bit of distance, trying to get a little bit of breathing room between him and the champion. And Kreed already starting to get whelps on the back. Now, steel chair in hand, and it is a dangerous weapon when it's in the hands of the former champ. Huge chair shot. Lighting up Tengu. Make it 2. Can we get 3? Give us 1. Kreed! Tengu just keeps getting back up, laughing it off, as he does most things. Now Kreed pummeling the crown, pummeling the cabeza of Tengu here on Intensity 12. And now just smashing the head of Tengu. See Lunatank here at ringside after that loss earlier. He's intrigued to see who comes out on top, as that will be who he obviously goes to pursue later on here in the near future for that Intensity Championship. Tengu could be setting up some offense here. Oh my God! And Damon Kreed throws the pan into the face of Tengu. And now, kick to the midsection. He has Tengu right where he wants him. DDT! Right onto the concrete, ladies and gentlemen. Lights out for the champ. If Damon Kreed could get to the cover quickly here, falls do count anywhere in the match now. No! Locking in that guillotine. Locking in that chokehold on the champion. Tengu could be out. Damon Kreed with the advantage right now. The marks on the back beginning to show themselves. Tengu, however, working back up to his feet, now has Damon Kreed up and just slamming him right onto that pan into the ring. Fans chanting, "This is awesome" already. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about to get more awesome. We have not even gotten about halfway through this match. I feel like these two men still have plenty left in the tank, let me tell you. Tengu going for that big elbow drop. Damon Kreed, a master of the elbow drop himself, rolling out of the way. And now the champion, all 3,817 pounds, come crashing down on that elbow joint. And Nickbo, you see Nickbo over there in the crowd preparing for his match against D4 here later tonight. I'm excited to see the outcome of that match. Could we be looking at the fourth ever world champion if Nickbo is to win against the Predator D4 here tonight. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're focused on this Intensity Championship matchup. Damon Kreed, setting that chair up, has something in mind. Damon Kreed running up, steps up, comes up, and now Tengu with a big spine buster. One has to be wondering if he's taking a shot at his former partner, Jaxson Pallas, with that spine buster.
1, 2.
And the referee gets to a 2 count before the challenger able to get the shoulders up. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Tengu possibly was taking a shot at Jaxson Pallas, his nemesis since day one. But right now, Tengu's worried about the former champ, Damon Kreed, delivering the spike. Could be going for a second spike. Absolutely wrecking Damon Kreed now. Could he be going for a third? Yes! And that takes the challenger off his feet. Kreed absolutely does not know where he is right now. Tengu into the cover. Early kick out there on behalf of Damon Kreed.
Come on!
Tengu visibly frustrated, audibly frustrated with what's going on right now here in this championship matchup. Working Kreed back to his feet, going for a Chaos Claw. Here it goes, could be the end. No! Devils cut out of nowhere. Tengu, Damon Kreed, champion and challenger are both down, and the holy shit chants rain down here at the Warzone. Indeed, this is very awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Damon Kreed just crawling into the cover, but did he take too much time to get there? I think he did. Ladies and gentlemen, if Damon Kreed could have fallen into that cover sooner, we could be looking at a new champion and a little bit of deja vu to go along with it.
Are you still breathing?
Damon Kreed asking, how is Tengu still breathing?
Come on!
I agree. Usually one of those devil's cuts is enough to put it away, but you are facing a 3,817-pound thing. And in that case, I'm not sure it works. Damon Kreed looks like he could be setting up another one. Tengu laughing it off. Tengu goes for Chaos Claw. Kreed catches him. Uranagi! Signature move of the chosen one, Chris Davidson. Damon Kreed now. Damon Kreed psyching himself up. Could be going for a huge elbow drop. Points the fingers.
What is he going
Here it
for?
comes. Big elbow drop. Tengu getting pierced right in the stomach by that elbow drop. And if Damon Kreed could capitalize, if Damon Kreed can wake up the sleeping giant and hit a devil's cut, or hit the straight to hell DDT, we could be looking at a new champion. Tengu waking up now, getting back up to his feet. Damon Kreed looks like he's going for it. Devil's cut. Tengu gets out of the way. Tengu comes around. He has him in the Chaos Claw. Damon Kreed didn't see it coming. Chaos Claw slam planting the challenger.
One more time!
The audience calling for another one. And I think Tengu, willing to oblige, picks him up. Chaos Claw slam again. Damon Kreed up to his feet. And in a very fatigued Devil's Cut, but I think it got just enough of the champion. Maybe it didn't get enough. Tengu already back up to his hands and knees, but Damon Kreed, after taking 2 Chaos Claws, absolutely out of it. Make it a 3rd Chaos Claw slam. Damon Kreed and Tengu wondering what is it gonna take. That is the biggest shot that he has. And now Damon Kreed trying to choke the life out of the champion.
Oh shit!
Trying to choke the life out of the champion. Tengu trying to keep that shoulder off the ground, off the mat.
Tengu, do you tap?
Tengu looks like he could be fading here in this matchup. Now, putting the forearm across the face of the challenger. Rolling him up. Could get him for 3 count right here. No, kick out. Tengu and Damon Kreed have absolutely been in a battle of attrition. The fatigue starting to settle in. These two men have both hit their finishers numerous times here in this matchup. Tengu, one has to wonder, with one more big move, could it be over for the Jersey Devil? Tengu going for the Tengu Tango! Yes, connects the spinning flapjack. That's gotta be it for Damon Kreed. Count to 1,000,000. No! Kreed just able to get that shoulder up off the mat just a centimeter that time with the will to get the shoulder all the way off the mat. Tengu now wondering.
Go, Tengu.
The fans here in support of our champion want him to advance to 6-2 and continue his championship reign.
Yeah, let's go, boys. Bring it home, boys. Bring it home, boys.
Tengu now using that chair to step up in the ring.
Out there, bring it on. Bring it on home, yeah.
Oh no, Tengu going for another Chaos Claw into the mat. Make it 4, ladies and gentlemen. Call it a day. My goodness. Damon Kreed. I've never seen someone, ever in all of my days of commentary, I've never seen someone kick out of 4 Chaos Claw. I've never seen someone kick out of 2 or 3. I mean, my God. This man who calls himself the Jersey Devil is absolutely one resilient SOB. Now, the audience calling for chairs. The audience throwing the chairs in, ladies and gentlemen. There are no disqualifications here in this match. And a 5th Chaos Claw onto the pile of chairs. Call it a day at the office for Tengu. Tengu advances to 6-2, making another successful title defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, and still Action Wrestling Entertainment Intensity Champion, Tengu! Yeah!
What an impressive performance put on by these 2 men. Bam! That DDT sent Tengu right into the concrete. And you look at the spine buster as he was mocking his former partner. There's a Devil's Cut, the one that we thought could have sealed the deal. And right here, Tengu got out of the way of the Devil's Cut. And watch this, Chaos Claw. Slam right into the mat. It would take 5 of those, the 5th one being delivered on the chairs before Tengu could call it a win and put another digit in that left column. Damon Kreed absolutely manhandled there toward the end with all those Chaos Claws. Kreed, the visible frustration on the face of the Jersey Devil.
Tengu. I'll be man enough and admit that you got the best of me. You beat me clean. 1, 2, 3. But that's only because my mind was not 100%. Oh, take your booze to a freaking baseball game. So my mind wasn't 100%. I wasn't the Kreed that I was supposed to be because my mind is so full of anger, rage, and it's all due to one person! Cody Cole! Get out here!
Damon Kreed calling out his brother, the man who cost him his Intensity title at Apocalypse. The man who recently, he cost the World Championship at Resurgence. And recently, cost him his Outlaw title right here on Next Level last time that we saw him taking on Henry Mack. Cody Cole coming out. And these two, we've been waiting a long time, ladies and gentlemen, to get these two in the ring together. And what better show for them to have their match than Battle of the Brands.
This is who y'all cheer for? This is y'all's hero? Woo!
Hey dude, I wouldn't get too mad because your pantyhose are in a wad because you lost to the dude's mask, okay? Alright? You started something that you're not going to be able to finish, and you know that.
Only started it because you were dead weight.
I'm dead weight.
Yeah,
Yeah?
you've always been dead weight from the very get-go.
Soak it up. Soak it up.
Oh,
You
I'm
done?
gonna soak it up.
You
I'm gonna
done?
soak it up.
Dude, quit bitching.
Quit bitching, huh?
Oh my God, and the fists raining down from Damon Kreed and now Cody Cole. These two, this is broken out and escalated into a fight. Cole tried to throw Damon Kreed into our sound system here. $3,000 sound system. Please don't do that, Cody Cole. Damon Kreed now going to town, body shots. Looking like Jake Paul out here with these body shots.
What? What is? Just lay on the ground. Boo! That's where you're going to be spending life. Battle of the Brains.
These two men, the match has already been made, signed, and approved. These two men are going to fight each other at Battle of the Brands. Cody Cole representing Next Level, Damon Kreed representing Intensity. That's going to be our main event, no holds barred, but I'm surprised we're not going to have a match right now.
Come on! Come on! Now, little brother. Now, embrace your fan base.
Creed's a coward! Creed's a coward! I'm gonna sit here all night until you come over here. I'm gonna sit here until you come over here.
Well, guess what? You can sit there just as long as all the little Chicago Cubby fans gonna wait for another freaking World Series. I'll see you at Battle of the Brands.
What are you gonna do when Marley sees Daddy on a freaking stretcher?
Oh, you want to make it personal. I never made it personal. I never made this personal. You?
Cody Cole went for the chair shot.
All right, bro.
Kreed blocked it.
What you gonna do? That's right. Nothing. So stand there like the cowards you are, and I'll see you at Battle of the Brands.
Damon Kreed getting the upper hand on his little brother here. Heading into Battle of the Brands, no holds barred. It's going to be our main event, and the winner will earn a draft pick for their brand. Will it be Cole or Kreed coming out victorious? We'll find out later, but next up, it's going to be the World Championship on the line. Nickbo taking on the Hoshokusha. Action Wrestling Entertainment.
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm still kind of upset about that one. I'll tell you what, we're gonna do this here. Man, nah, let's not do that right there. Oh, I've been waiting for this phone call. Hey man, how's it going? Oh yeah, we're super excited to have you come to Intensity. Yeah, we got a good little show lined up for you. All right. Yeah. Okay, so I think we got a good opponent for you for Lifeline if you're ready for it. Oh, I know you're always ready. All right. Well, you're gonna be. I think you're just the man to take Kreed to his limits. What's that sound like to you? All right, man. It's good chatting with you, man. I gotta skedaddle and get back to work. You know how it is being the GM of Intensity. All right. I'll talk to you later, man. That boy gonna beat the brakes off him. I'll tell you what. Yeah.
Ladies and Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to say GM because we just saw Iam Badasson, the Intensity General Manager, already making a match for Lifeline, the biggest event that will conclude year 2 of AWE, making a match with a mystery man supposed to be taking on Damon Kreed. We're going to have to talk with Iam Badasson and ask who he was talking to. The name on the phone, I've never heard of anyone by that name. But it sure does create a buzz and an excitement. You know, having Iam Badasson working ahead, planning ahead. But right now, you know, he made this match essentially by allowing D4 to come and issue a challenge to Nickbo right here on Intensity. And this is the first time ever that D4 will be defending his world championship on an episode of Intensity. We've seen him fight against Chris Davidson at Odyssey. That's an Intensity superstar. We saw him fight against Tengu in a triple threat at the Great Clash 2. That's an Intensity superstar. And then we also saw him at Apocalypse take on Charlie Mack, who is no longer with us due to his fused vertebrae. But never have we seen him right here in-house on Intensity issuing a challenge in an Intensity rules match, falls count anywhere and no disqualification, especially not against someone the caliber and stature of Nickbo, an absolute monster. D4 is in for the fight of his life. Nickbo bounced back last week with a win over Tanner Andrews. D4 very recently defeated Damian Kai in a match of the year candidate for sure. If you like technical wrestling, go check that out right now. The Predator coming out here looking to put Nickbo in his place. With the intensity, no pun intended, as he walks out to the ring. The entrance gives me chills down my spine every single time I witness the champion come out to the ring. The champion that has had 7 successful title defenses, unprecedented. Never has that happened in one single title reign. Can he improve it to 8, however, tonight against Nickbo? If Nickbo could capture the world title, it would be his first championship in AWE, and most importantly, it would be a big upset. 3-3 record for Nickbo, taking on our world champion, who is 8-0. He's a Great Clash Battle Royale winner, AWE Performer of the Year for year 1, and most importantly, the World Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is set for one fall with Intensity rules set in place, and it is for the AWE Championship.
Introducing first, your challenger. He is from Nashville, Tennessee, and he weighs 220 pounds. He is Nickbo! Yeah! And now your champion. From Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 165 pounds. D4!
Ladies and gentlemen, you saw it on your screen. D4, the only competitor left in Action Wrestling Entertainment with an undefeated current record,
Gentlemen,
meaning since the start of year
are
2.
you ready? Ring the bell!
And since D4 evolved into the Predator at Lifeline, he is yet to lose a match. He has carried the company, carried the World Heavyweight Championship over his shoulder for over 450 days. He said 440. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're approaching 470, truth be told. What a German suplex from Nickbo. Nickbo doesn't give a damn about how many days D4 has held that title. Nickbo with another German suplex.
Yeah!
The strength
Let's go,
advantage
Nickbo!
in this matchup, obviously with Nickbo.
Go, Nickbo!
Is
Big
D4
country.
going to be able to keep pace with the strength and the size of Nickbo? Nickbo turns it into a side headlock here. Now pummeling the world champion, delivering rights after that hip toss right to the noggin of the Predator.
Get your ass beat!
D4 in for the fight of his life, without a doubt. Nickbo could be going for a suplex here early on. Big vertical suplex planting the champion. D4 can't even catch his breath. D4 frustrated at how things are going right now. Nickbo taking him to Suplex City. D4 now finally gets back in the ring. These two men could be going for collar and elbow once again. D4 rolls through. Enziguri! Right on the chin.
Come on, Nickbo.
That
Come on,
Enziguri
Nickbo.
finally taking
You
Nickbo
got this
off
tiny
his
guy.
feet.
Come on,
And now
come on.
D4 with the side headlock applied,
Pizza
trying to keep
dome.
Nickbo grounded. Nickbo with a huge back suplex. D4, however, pops
He's got
right
the
back up to his
Nickbo?
feet. And now Nickbo could have just broken the neck of the world champion. D4 with a big knee trigger right to the chin. And now the knee on the back of the head of Nickbo and right to the ribs. And D4's only hope in this match is to try and out-wrestle Nickbo, to try and keep him grounded, not let Nickbo use his strength advantage like he's doing right now. Huge German suplex. He's delivered about 4 of those already in a snap German. D4 still right back up in a huge forearm, jacking the jaw of Big Country. Nickbo, what a snap dragon suplex.
You wanna play games?
D4 saying, I've got suplexes for days. And after seeing that huge Snapdragon suplex, after seeing that huge, that absolutely devastating Snapdragon suplex, I believe he does have suplexes for days. Nickbo saying he doesn't feel pain. D4 says, yeah, I noticed. I'm sensing sarcasm on behalf of the world champion. And now D4 trying to use weapons to wear down the challenger. Nickbo with a 60-pound weight advantage over D4. And Nickbo now has the pipe, took it away from the world champ, and hits him right in the midsection. Nickbo coming over the top now, doing some damage with that metal pipe. Nickbo, big leg drop, squashing our 160-pound world champion. And just continuing the assault on the Predator. The Predator starting to look like prey here against Nickbo. Nickbo steps through.
No.
Could be looking for a leg lock here. Turning him over, turning the champ over. D4, all that pressure being applied to the lower back of the D4, the world champion. May have to pass out right here, may have to tap out. Now, Nickbo pulling the hair.
And
D4 just able to roll out of that. Just able to kick Nickbo off. And D4 just slaps the challenger. Slaps him again. Nickbo just eats a forearm right. D4 could be going for a German suplex. No, fakes him out in a big forearm to the back of the noggin. Just dropping Nickbo to the outside. And just taking the championship and using it as a weapon for the first time in his career, showing you how desperate the world champion is. And a big chair shot to the face of the challenger. Nickbo maybe starting to feel some pain. D4 could be setting up that big run-up spear. Running up, Nickbo doesn't get speared. Instead, a big pile driver drops the champion right on his neck, right on his head, and that could be it. No. D4 just able to get the shoulder up. What a counter. D4 went for that spear. Nickbo turned it into a pile driver, one of those signature pile drivers that we've seen him put many a poor sucker away with. D4 still trying to gather himself after being dropped right on the crown of his head. Nickbo went for another German. D4 able to elbow him in the back of the head, and a knee trigger once again. Back of the head, dropping the challenger. Now, D4 could be setting up for one of those vintage running knee strikes. Here he comes. Nickbo just gets out of the way, and D4 absolutely dropped. What a right hand from the challenger. Nickbo has knocked the challenger out, and now, knocked the champion out. These two men just getting into the swing of things, I fear.
Good God almighty, man.
They've already done a ton of damage to one another, but Nickbo grabbing that ladder, looking to do even more.
No way. There is no way.
And I agree with the audience here. There is no way Nickbo climbing the rungs of the ladder could be going for a huge diving attack.
Here we go!
D4 counters with a drop kick out of midair, and now D4 was lying in wait, playing possum, and gets the upper hand on the challenger. Big chair shot lighting up the back of Nickbo. Make it 2. Make it 3. One more for good measure. Make it 4. D4 now starting to get the upper hand on Nickbo. Big kick to the head. What's he thinking about doing with this chair here? Stomping the face of Nickbo for good measure, making sure he stays where he is. D4 setting up the ladder. We just saw Nickbo scale it. It didn't work out too well, and there's no way. There's no way. D4 climbing to the very tip top. My God, he's 15 feet in the air. No way. Slide time! Ball onto the chair, onto the challenger.
Champion!
D4 absolutely fired up. That could be all she wrote for Nickbo. No, just gets the shoulder up. And D4 with a look of disbelief on his face. I would be in disbelief as well. He just hit the biggest swanton of his career from the very top of that ladder. 15, possibly even 20 feet in the air, crashing down onto Nickbo, onto that chair, and now D4, no. My God.
look at my Nickbo.
He can't be going for this. Nickbo with a low blow to the champion. Nickbo, pile driver right onto the steel. D4 has got to be out. New champion, no. D4 just gets the shoulder
His neck
up.
is broken.
D4 just got
As God is my
absolutely
witness, he is dead.
destroyed by that pile driver onto the steel chair. Nickbo, that took
There's no
every
way
ounce
he's
of
losing.
strength that he had left in his body, left in his reserves. All the fuel he had left in the tank after that huge swanton from the top of the ladder. To be able to come back with a pile driver, and now Nickbo, huge chair shot dropping the champion. The champion in a bad way right now. Nickbo continuing the onslaught with that steel chair. These two men have done things with this chair that I've never seen on Action Wrestling Entertainment. Nickbo, what is the challenger going for? Discus Lariat sends the champion to the outside. Good God, Nickbo with all the momentum in the world right now. He just hit that pile driver. Now a discus lariat. If he can follow up, we could be staring at a brand new world champion in Nickbo, one half of Sons of the South. You've got to imagine, Iam Badasson has to be impressed with what he's seeing from one of his week in and week out workers here in Nickbo. Nickbo here. Nickbo has that chokehold cinched in. D4's going to sleep. D4's going to sleep. Nickbo now just raking the forearms across the face and letting D4 go. Questionable decision there by Nickbo. D4 super kick sends Nickbo into the wall, and now D4 tosses the chair. Super kicks the chair into the face of the challenger. D4, there's no way. He has Nickbo up on his shoulders. Go to sleep. The big fireman's carry knee lift connects. Nickbo's out. Nickbo is out. No, and he just kicks out. Just able to get the shoulder up off the cold, hard floor. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm surprised D4 even had it in the tank to be able to lift the 220-pounder over onto his shoulders, over his head, and up for that huge knee lift.
Midget ladder!
D4 with that ladder in the ring, and I'm curious to see what his intentions are. More than likely, they are not for the faint of heart. Chair shot to the back. Now, he rolls Nickbo in. D4 could be looking for a kill shot on that chair, possibly. Has to get him down first. Swing and a miss from D4. Nickbo chokeslam onto the ladder, my God. D4's back. D4's back. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to have a new world champion after that. Nickbo rolling the champ over, goes for the cover, count to 1 million. No, D4 just able to get the shoulder up.
It's two, bro. It's two.
Nickbo is as in disbelief as I am, as in disbelief as D4 was after the swanton bomb onto the chair earlier, and now Nickbo resorting to violence, resorting to what he knows best, the ground and pound. And now Nickbo lifts D4 up, going for that Tennessee Lullaby. D4 counters with a huge cutter. Everything he had left. And now leaps over, has the arm. There it is, that huge submission. D4 has it cinched in. The challenger has to be done, has to tap out here, has no other option. Nickbo able to roll over into the pin, and D4 just kicks out. This match, ladies and gentlemen, it took a minute to get into, but these two men are putting each other through the ringer. One of the most impressive displays that we've ever seen. D4 goes for a Hurricane Rana, power bomb into the mat. D4 getting demolished by that big slam from our challenger. And now the body blows from Nickbo. D4 could be out on his feet. Nickbo has him up. Tennessee Lullaby. Yes, it connects. D4's out. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. I've said it before, and it hasn't come true. We could be looking at a new world champion.
Come on, get him in.
Nickbo trying to grab D4. D4 just escapes. Nickbo absolutely cannot believe both men here are glossy-eyed. D4 able to get out of the ring and buy himself enough time. Nickbo could have had it won right there. D4 just had the ring awareness. He's so savvy when it comes to that. Nickbo, you have to wonder what's going through the mind. You see the wheels turning in the mind of Nickbo. Nickbo pulling the champ up by the hair on his head in a big suplex. Suplex straight from the ground into the ring. And now D4 knee trigger connecting. Night Nickbo. That one with a little bit of oomph on it. D4 with a little bit of elbow grease on that one. Climbing the ladder.
No
D4.
way.
This
No
has got
shot.
to this has
No
got to be
shot,
it.
no chance in
No.
hell.
Kill shot from the ladder. D4 has it won. D4 just gift wrapped himself a successful title defense and a 9-0 record. D4 just has to roll into the cover. Nickbo, D4 trying to crawl into the cover. No! Nickbo just escapes, and D4 is not going to win it off that kill shot. I've never seen anything like this in all my days. Ladies and gentlemen, Nickbo with just as much ring awareness as our champion, who has been wrestling since day one. And now D4 once again with that ladder. Last time he had it in the ring, fate would have it that he would get chokeslammed straight into oblivion on that thing. Will the outcome be the same here? And will this cost the champion? D4 trying to psych himself, trying to get the crowd into this here at the Warzone here tonight on Intensity 12. D4 picks Nickbo on fireman's carry. What's he going for? Tennessee Lullaby onto the ladder. Who knew that D4 had the strength in him? That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. D4 doesn't trust it. D4 going outside the ring, grabbing the steel chair. D4 just absolute. I never knew that he had it in him to be able to Tennessee Lullaby a 220-pounder onto a ladder, no less. Chair shot to the back. D4 has him in position. Kill shot with the chair. That has got to be the finish. If it is not, I don't know what to say to you, ladies and gentlemen. This has got to be it. One, two, and three. Ladies and gentlemen, D4 retains again. 9-0 is our world champion.
And still, your AWE world champion, D4!
My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to have a voice tomorrow. Pile driver. The counter from Nickbo. Absolutely stunning the champion. Watch this. High risk, high reward. D4, picture perfect swanton onto that chair, onto his opponent. Watch this. Pile driver onto the cold hard steel. We would think that that was it. We would think that this choke slam was it. It would not be. Ladies and gentlemen, that choke slam onto the ladder. Watch this. Kill shot. We thought that that was it. Nickbo was just able to roll out of the ring. Tennessee Lullaby onto the ladder.
Tennessee Lullaby.
D4. This would be the nail in the coffin. The kill shot with the chair underneath the feet. The world champion hands another defeat.
And it's OB in 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell.
Our world champion continues his historic reign. But what is to be said for Nickbo and the fight that he was able to bring to our world champion here on Intensity?
When you're the world champion, this
Is this supposed? This is the type of fight that you're supposed to get every single time that you step in the freaking ring, man. Every time, no matter who's challenging you. And the fact that this company has the resources and the talent that no other company has, that I can face somebody who is 3-3, and he can push me to my limits on a random episode of Intensity. Do you know what that means? Do you know the volumes that speaks to the company as a whole? Do you know what it means to hold this championship? Do you know? Because I'm so sick of everybody thinking that we're on the same level as these other companies. Man, no, nobody else is doing this shit. Nobody else is putting themselves through this. Nobody else is entertaining you like we are. Nobody else has the talent. I can rattle off a list of 10 guys that are future world champions right now. And if it wasn't for me, they probably would have already been world champion. Nickbo, Lunatank, Jaxson Pallas, Cody Cole, Damian Kai, Chris Davidson, Tengu, Damon Kreed, King Neon, even though he lost it to me, Henry Mack, all of these people, and that may have only been 9, but all of these people can hold a championship. Do you know what that means? I don't think you do. Pay attention real closely, yeah? Yeah, I'm locking Jaxson Pallas. Pay attention. Guess what? That guy's a stud. Bleep that out. That guy's a stud, okay? And if it wasn't for me, if it wasn't for Tengu, he might be holding this title. So stay tuned. Because we're not going anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, D4, our world champion, on a historic run, putting over all the talent in AWE. Thank you guys so much for watching Intensity 12. Roogaroo that subscribe button if you would. Please leave a like. Don't forget, Battle of the Brands is going to be our very next show that we upload right here on Action Wrestling Entertainment. You don't want to go anywhere, so stay tuned. Go ahead, click that like button, click that subscribe.
So it's Kai versus Pallas at Battle of the Brands. I'll probably say it again, but that's gonna make the news. See, it really is. It really must be fate that he's done. That he's done. That he just doesn't want to feel pain. That's it. And that's why he's opposite of me. And that's why I won't let someone of his stigma, of his position, to cast me in the shadows. It'll be the opposite. I can guarantee that. I can guarantee that. Pay attention. Watch what happens. It's gonna be cute.